culmination of everything that we've been doing for 10 years.
The pressure comes from the implication of what this event means.
There has never been a clearer closing door for the end of a game. You're never going to get another chance. It's now or never.
Heroic should make the final, and same for Vitality.
Who knows what the hell's going to happen?
Welcome to Rocket League News. I'm here to update you on what has happened in the offseason and any roster changes. Let's get into it. First, Blast Esports and Epic Game have announced a multi-year deal where they will be handling Epic Games Fortnite and Rocket League RLCS tournaments. The clip that I showed prior was an example of what they did for a CSGO tournament. Next, Rocket League finally made an announcement that wasn't item shop related, and they are working on the RLCS announcement blog for 2024. The big takeaways here are the age restriction for being in the RLCS is now 13 years old. The feedback is both positive and negative. I'll let you decide where you lie. And the RLCS season will start in late January, which is 3 weeks away. So hopefully that is still on track. Now we're going to move over to roster changes. There were a lot of roster changes. One of the biggest roster moves of the offseason, NRG split up, and Garrett G was built around bringing in Mist and the upcoming Prodigy Frosty. This was an exciting announcement. I'm excited to see where this team goes. I think they are back on top in the competitive scene for North America, and we shall see what happens. You're probably wondering now, what happened to Justin? Well, Justin decided to leave NRG, and he now is going to be playing on Shopify Rebellion, where he'll be playing with Two Piece and Parth. This is a very interesting lineup. I think he brings a lot of talent to that team, and I'm excited to see how far they go. So best of luck to you, Justin. Next, G2 and version 1 partner up, where they become G2 Stride, and Beast Mode, Daniel, and Atomic are now G2. This is a huge roster change, and I think they become one of the biggest powerhouses in North America that could take down EU. Now you're probably wondering what happened to G2. Well, Chicago left, and he actually went to SSG, where he's now going to be playing aside LJ and Hoxer, and they've already done a few tournaments, and they are looking good. Another big name, First Killer and FaZe decided to break up. More on FaZe later. First Killer decided to join Gen G. Yep, that Gen G, fall major winners. They dropped Nolly, and First Killer will now be playing with apparently Jack and Chronic. What happened to Nolly? Well, Nolly is actually going to be playing with JNaps, who obviously left G2, and Calm, who was on version 1 but got dropped so Beast Mode and Daniel could play with Atomic. Other big announcements. Sunless Khan tweeted on December 1st, "Tough announcement I need to make. I'm going to be stepping back from all things Rocket League for an indefinite time. This is extremely difficult for me as this has been my passion and joy for 5+ years. Nobody did anything wrong. I have zero regrets. I just need to be offline for a good while to prioritize my physical and mental health. I hope to return in some capacity when I'm better. Love you guys." We wish you all the best, Sunless, and we hope to see you soon. Shortly after this tweet, Rule 1 announced that they were dropping Rawas and Clears. This was a pretty big shock to the Rocket League community. They were not free agents for long because Rawas and Clears were picked up by Team Falcons, where they'll be playing alongside TRK, which is a huge lineup. Oh yeah, remember this guy? Vatira. He made some roster moves with K-Corp. They brought in Farah, the former Vitality coach, which is going to be huge for them, and I think was definitely calculated. That opened up a coaching spot for Team Vitality, where Fairy Peak returns as the coach for Team Vitality. Vatira also got some new teammates. Otto from Team Liquid decided to leave, and he is now going to be on K-Corp with Vatira, and they're going to be teaming up with Rise. Yep, that Rise from Moist Esports. We might as well talk about Team Liquid now. Team Liquid announced in the offseason that they were leaving Rocket League. So after the departure of Otto, Oskid also left and teamed up with Archie and Exo to join Team Oxygen. This was unfortunate as Team Liquid does not appear to be wanting to come back into the RLCS scene. Moving on to Optic Gaming, AJ, Magic Bear, and Reddles did not stay together. AJ decided to leave and go to M80 where he'll be playing with Joriaz and Nas. I'm excited to see what this team does. Don't worry though, Reddles and Magic Bear wanted to stay together. They joined Luminosity, who are making their way into the Rocket League scene, and they're going to be playing aside Cheese. Oh yeah, so Chicago went to SSG, and SSG decided to drop Arsenal. Arsenal was not a free agent long and was picked up by Team Dignitas, where they're currently filling out the roster and building around him right now. In other news, Squishy Muffins has announced that he's going to be playing aside Gimmick, and Aqua will be their third to round out the roster. I'm excited to see how far this team goes. Some questions currently in the air right now. Team Complexity are currently trying to rebuild around CRR and Raise Bowl, but they have not announced a full roster for their RLCS scene. And Moist Esports have yet to make an announcement, but they are currently rebuilding their roster around Joyo. And lastly, there is currently rumors that FaZe Clan could make an appearance back after dropping First Killer. So be on the lookout to see if any changes happen there. And that is RLCS news. I hope you are all caught up from the offseason and ready for the next RLCS 2024. This is America's Finest, and I will see you in the next video. Signing off.